Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Marilyn Darling Show. Today, we're doing Calligraphy 103, more of the lower alphabet. Now, I realized later on that my internet cut out yesterday. We had a solar storm, so we're going to kind of re-go over what I thought I was teaching yesterday, but actually got cut off. So we're going to go over again where it left off yesterday. Yesterday it left off, I believe, at the letter F. So we're going to start at the letter F. Alright? So we're gonna look back to our basic strokes. Make sure that we're following all of the basic strokes. That's the upstroke, the downstroke, the overturn, underturn, compound curve, reverse compound curve, ascending stem loop, descending stem loop, reverse descending stem loop, oval, reverse oval, Z oval, tittle, dash, K loop, R loop, S loop, connecting stroke. And when we get into connecting letters, we'll learn some new things. Okay, so we left off at F yesterday, so we're going to mark off our X height. We're going to skip one space, mark off our X height. The F is a kind of a weird letter because it uses an ascending loop and a reverse descending loop. So we're going to start off with an upstroke, an ascending stem loop, into a descending reverse stem loop, and another upstroke. It's very complicated. So we're going to go upstroke, ascending stem loop into a reverse descending stem loop, upstroke, ascending stem loop, reverse descending stem loop, upstroke, ascending stem loop, descending stem loop, upstroke. So what you don't want to do is you don't want to do this. Not just yet. Because when we get into stylizing, we will get into how to make it your own thing. Okay, let's see if I can get you down here. I have to take off some springs of my device over here so that you guys can see what's going on. I don't know how to get this stupid thing to stay on, but we're gonna try. We're just gonna keep going. So, I'm going to go ascending stem loop, reverse descending stem loop, upstroke, ascending stem loop, reverse descending stem loop, upstroke, ascending stem loop, reverse descending stem loop, upstroke, ascending stem loop, reverse descending stem loop, upstroke. Now we're going to try it with some pressure. So remember, light up, and then press, 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 press down, let up, and then light up. Okay. Light up, hard down, light up, light up, light up, hard down, light up, light up. Okay? Light up, hard down, light up, light up, light up, hard down, light up, light up. I'm going to move my face off here so we can just see the entire thing. Okay. Okay, sorry about that. So, now we're going to move into the G. The G is also kind of a descending letter. So we're going to mark our X height. And we're going to start off with upstroke. Now we're going into an oval, so we're only going to go up to the quarter X height. So the X height is, so there would be the quarter height. We're going to go up to the quarter height, and we're going to make an oval. Remember to connect to the upstroke, and then a descending stem loop. And then another upstroke. So we're going to go upstroke, oval, descending stem loop, 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 upstroke, oval, descending stem loop. Okay. Upstroke, oval, descending stem loop. Upstroke, oval, descending stem loop. Upstroke. Now make sure when you're doing your descending stem loop that you're coming right up to the top of where the G of the oval starts, and make your descending loop straight all the way up until the last quarter. And remember, you're heading towards this way when you end, because you're going to be making an upstroke that connects. So oval, descending stem loop, upstroke, oval, descending stem loop, upstroke, oval, descending stem loop, upstroke, oval, descending stem loop, upstroke. Hi Kathy, how are you doing today? Yep, you're doing a great job. Alright, oval, descending stem loop, upstroke, oval, descending stem loop, upstroke. Alright, the H is an ascending stem loop letter. So we're going to do an upstroke, an ascending stem loop, and a compound curve. Now, because we've already made this a compound curve, we could just start with the next letter. Ascending stem loop, compound curve. Ascending stem loop, compound curve. Ascending stem loop, compound curve. Now, I'm kind of making these really obvious, but when you go to connecting your letters, you want to make sure that your letter leads into the next letter. And where that join is, you're going to go right through that join. And then you're going to come right up from there into your next letter. And you want to kind of try and keep the space in here equal on all sides. That's why we use the guide sheets, because they can kind of tell us how good we're spacing our letters. Ascending stem loop, compound curve. 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 The eye is rather easy. The eye is just a marker for X height. The eye is a upstroke and an underturn. And because we made this an underturn, we're going to just keep going underturn, underturn, underturn. Make sure that you circle your tittles so that way people know what they are. And if you want to space them out real big, you can space them out real big. Now, when you're doing certain writing, you want to make sure that you come 3/4 of the way down before you start curving up. And instead of making it even like a U, you want to kind of come down and then up and make sure that this triangle is bigger than this triangle. So that way they know that you're making an I and not a W. Because a W looks similar to that. So we're not making a W. We're making an I, which has like a little bit of a bigger space than a W does. Of course, once we get into stylizing, and when we're using a fountain pen, we're just going over the basics. The basic of the lowercase alphabet this week. Okay, so then we're going to do the J. The J is like an I. except with a descending stem loop. So we're going to go up, upstroke, descending stem loop, upstroke, descending stem loop, upstroke. Make sure and tittle your J's too. Descending stem loop, upstroke. So make sure that you don't go too slow. If you're getting shaky, you gotta go a little bit faster. I just had a cup of coffee, so I'm really shaky right now. So do as I say, not as I do. Don't have a cup of coffee before you start doing calligraphy. Descending stem loop, upstroke. Descending stem loop, upstroke. Descending stem loop, upstroke. Descending stem loop, upstroke. When you're coming down, you want to start right about there, start curving in, and then when you come up, you want to angle like you're going this way when you're actually making a low curve in as your upstroke. I see people doing this all the time, and that's fine when you're doing stylizing, but for practicing, if the J is the last letter of whatever the word is, you're going to want to do something different. So don't do that. Descending stem loop, upstroke. And don't forget to tittle your J's. And make sure that there's equal space below and above the tittle. I'm here. What did I miss yesterday? I can't find the video. Yeah, I am. We did some of the lowercase alphabet. We did A through J, A through F, and my video cut out. So you'll have to go back and watch that one. Hello, Ms. Lady. How are you doing today? Yeah, yesterday we had a solar storm, so the internet was a little funky. I apologize for the sun having a tantrum, but I can't do much about that. Okay, so today, now we're doing the K. The K is a very difficult letter. Now here's where the ruler comes into play. So here's the baseline. Here's the quarter height, here's the X height, the 3/4 height, and the ascending stem loop. I would like you guys to make just the lightest line, you know, hold your pencil way at the back and just drag it right through. Actually, that's not where I want you to drag it. Right through the halfway point of your... I can't see. 1 second. I need to wash my ruler because it's doing funny things. There, that's better. Okay. So, I want you to score your line so that you can see the middle of where the line is. Okay, so you're gonna take your pencil just as light as possible and score it right down the middle of that line so that you have a visible line at the quarter height. Okay, so when you make the K, we're going to come and we're going to make an upstroke from upstroke, an ascending stem loop, and then the K loop is you come up, over, around, and in, and you want to make sure and hit the spine of the ascending stem loop. Hit the spine of the ascending stem loop, and then you're going to come out as far as this. You're going to come out and down and up. Okay. So you're going to make the ascending stem loop, the K loop, and the underturn. Ascending stem loop, K loop, upstroke, underturn, sorry. Now because we're going back into a K, I want to make sure you can come all the way up to the X height. Ascending stem loop, K loop, underturn. Ascending stem loop, K loop, underturn. So if you were to look at it real big, the K would look like this. We'll pretend that this is our X height. It's really big. So we come up, ascending stem loop. We're going to come just a little bit, just a little tiny bit away from that spine and hit the spine of the K loop, and then come out just a little bit and then up, around, up, down, and around. Okay. Alright, so we're going to do, and make sure you're using your guide sheets so that way you don't get lost. Ascending stem loop, K loop, underturn. Ascending stem loop, K loop, underturn. So you don't have to make the ascending stem loop really big, but you want to make sure and keep it consistent. K loop, underturn. You can make it real thin. Or really big. Really exaggerated. But just keep them the same as you go all the way across. Ascending stem loop, K loop, underturn. Ascending stem loop, K loop, underturn. Okie dokie. The L is probably one of the easiest letters to learn. Mark our X height. We're gonna, I need to move this because it's too close. So we're gonna make an upstroke, an ascending stem loop, and an upstroke. Only instead of coming to a point, we're gonna round it into an underturn. So we're gonna make an ascending stem loop into an underturn. Ascending stem loop, underturn. Ascending stem loop, underturn. Now the same thing happens with the I, we want to make sure that when we come down with it, that we don't start coming away from that spine too soon, because otherwise it'll look like something weird. So, and then when we come up, we want to make sure that the space here is the same size as here. So, ascending stem loop, ascending stem loop, underturn, ascending stem loop, underturn. And if you're going to an oval, you'd stop about there, but we're not. We're continuing to another L, so we want to make sure and keep going all the way up to the top of the X height. Okay. The M is one of the most tricky characters. There's all kinds of different ways that you can do an M, sorry. So, the first way is you can start at the baseline, go up to the X height, and make an overturn, another overturn, and a compound curve. Does anybody notice something different about this letter that other letters don't do? Anybody? I'll give you a second to think about it. So, most letters take up about two spaces. About 2 spaces. Sometimes 2.5 spaces. But this one takes up 4 whole spaces. Okay? So, and because we started the upstroke, this would be the upstroke here. We're going to continue. Overturn. Overturn. Compound curve. Overturn. Overturn. Compound curve. Overturn. Overturn. Compound curve. Overturn. Overturn. Compound curve. And you want to make sure that the insides of these these humps have all of the same space inside of them. Whoa, I totally missed out. Hold on, let me go back. Make more than one space. Yes, exactly. Hi, Tasha, how are you doing today? Hi, just thought I'd stop in and say hi before I have to head to the store. We'll have fun shopping. I have to go shopping today, too. I don't wanna. Okay. Alright, so let's get in here. Alright, we're gonna go. To move. Why is this being so difficult? We're gonna go overturn, overturn, compound curve. So this would be one space, this would be one space, this would be one space, and that one would be one space. Takes up 4 spaces. Okay, so overturn, overturn, compound curve. Now when we get into stylizing, we'll get into making the bumps bigger and using different spaces in the middle of each of the bumps and things like that, but we're not there yet. Okay, so the next letter is the N. There's our X height. We're gonna start. Oh, one thing. I'm gonna show you the other M. Happy 1-year anniversary to you and Evie. Okay, so the other M that there is there's an upstroke, a hard downstroke, an overturn, and a compound curve. What? Yep. So, an upstroke, a hard downstroke, an overturn, and a compound curve. Upstroke, downstroke, overturn, 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 compound curve. I'm doing great. Seven more days before Evie and I. Oh, well, congratulations.
This is a reminder. 2 p.m.
2 p.m. All right. Downstroke, overturn, compound curve. Does anybody notice anything funny about this letter? It only takes up 1.5 stroke, 2.5 strokes instead of 4. Downstroke, overturn, compound curve. Downstroke, overturn, compound curve. It's one of the weird ones, but it's a thing. Alright, so the end stroke is an overturn and a compound curve. Did anybody notice anything funny? This is also three spaces. Overturn, compound curve. Overturn, compound curve. Overturn, compound curve. Now you could go overturn, compound curve, overturn, compound curve, overturn, compound curve, overturn, compound curve, overturn, compound curve. Now, because this is another letter that's only one level high, I'm gonna do the next one just under that. So the next N is just like the M. We're gonna do an upstroke, a downstroke, and a compound curve. So because this would be our upstroke, downstroke, and compound curve. Downstroke, compound curve. Downstroke, compound curve, 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 downstroke, compound curve. All right, we did it. I was hoping to get to more letters today, but because my internet crapped out on me yesterday, I didn't get to do a whole bunch of the letters that I really wanted to do. So tomorrow we're going to come back and it's going to get difficult. So, that is all for today. For your homework, I'd like you to go through and do a page of these on your own. Make sure and use your guide sheets. And if you want to show me your work, you can tag me on Instagram at Marilyn Darling. Tag me at okay, and let me see your progress. Well, we're going to get through all of the alphabets, and then we're going to move to a ballpoint. And we'll probably do like 2 days of ballpoint. And then we're going to get into some real flex calligraphy. So, we got a little bit of ways to go. That is all for today. I want to thank you all for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed that one. I hope that you learned something. Please share this video with your friends. Follow me on social media. Like, comment, subscribe. Ring the little bell, make sure it's set to all, so when I upload new content, YouTube notifies you. And I will be back very soon with another video, so take care until then. And don't forget to check out the links in the doobly-doo for links to other types of calligraphy and slant lines and all the things that you might need. Have a great day. Oh, I love you, bye.